Welcome to Tac Tac Customs. Happy New Year! So for 2017 I've decided to concentrate on action figure reviews for the channel. I had originally hoped for a YouTube channel focusing on action figure customs, but I've fallen a bit out of love with customizing and the amount of prep work I have to do and so on, so I'll be focusing more on action figure reviews. And with that being said, let's dive into the first review of 2017, which is the Mezco 1/12 scale Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Batman. Now, as you may have seen in the video that I did yesterday, that I've just kind of posted up onto YouTube, he featured in my top 10 action figures of 2016. And to be honest, the only reason he came fourth was because as a collector I had more invested in the figures which were in the third, second and first slots. I mean, I love Captain America, Wolverine and Captain Britain, and that's why those figures were ranked higher in my opinion. But however, from a technical and aesthetic standpoint, this figure should have easily been my number one. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to take a look at the packaging. And if you have a look here, Mezco gives us a really nice large box. It's got the Batman v Superman symbol there. It says Batman Dawn of Justice, Batman 1/12 collected by Mezco. So yeah, that's the front, and it's a beautiful box. And if I turn it round, there we go. Hopefully it's not going to fall over. Yeah, that's good. It's a little difficult to see there just because of the sheen. I'll just try and adjust the camera a little bit, or the lighting, and see if we can. Let's see. Or maybe just move the box back. Well, anyway, as you can probably see on some of the box there, obviously I'm waiting for my new lighting to arrive, so once that comes, the video lighting will be better. This is just kind of temporary lighting. But as you can see on the back of the box here, there's loads of sort of pictures of Batman, the actual figure itself, Batman from Batman Dawn of Justice. Yeah, and so quite a few dynamic poses, and that's quite a nice touch. So I'll actually now get to the inside of the box and show you what that looks like. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. Here's the inside of the box. Sorry, apologies about the glare again. There's a little bit of glare, but as you can see, there's the actual Mezco figure. There's a bat symbol on the inside, and if I close it up and just show you, it says 1/12 collected by Mezco there, and you've got kind of, how's that looking? Yeah, that's okay. You've got a sort of semi-black and white photo of Batman, the figure. Actually, that's actually the figure. And what have we got on the side? The Dawn of Justice symbol, and again, Mezco. It's a little out of shot there. It says Mezco 1/12 at the bottom, Batman Dawn of Justice at the top. There, it's maybe a little difficult to focus. Okay, so let's get the figure out of the packaging and reveal all. Okay, so we've cracked this caped Crusader open, and as Jack Nicholson Joker would say, where does he get all those wonderful toys? So let's look at the actual Mezco 1/12 figure, and I mean, it's just an astounding figure aesthetically. If we compare it to the DC Icons figure, which I have here, so I'll just bring him into shot. There, maybe, or there. Well, hold on. There we go. So, I mean, if you were to look at these two figures, right? Let's just get that. That looks like a toy, but that actually looks like a real person. That looks, I mean, it's just uncanny. You know, it's an amazing sort of. Mezco have done an amazing job. I mean, the one I just showed you, that was meant to be Dick Grayson Batman, not Bruce Wayne. But the Icons figures I just showed you looks like a small toy, whereas this looks like a small person. It's like Ben Affleck developed a shrinking ray in the Batcave and tested it on himself, and here's the result. It just doesn't feel like I'm looking at a toy. It's more like a small man. In a way, this figure, to me anyway, represents a turning point for 6-inch action figures. I can remember first seeing the Star Wars Black Series Sand Trooper and Luke Skywalker in person, and be amazed to see 6-inch versions of a 3 3/4 inch line. And that felt like a really special moment. And viewing this figure as well looks really special. I mean, just looking at it, it can easily stand up to any sort of figure Hot Toys can offer. Yeah, I mean, Hot Toys, they need stands to be kept up, and this figure, you know, he stands on his own. It's got all the kind of great articulation you'd expect. I mean, there you go. It's me just doing a few dynamic poses. And there you go. I mean, I've moved him around, you know, no problem. I mean, in my opinion, I would say this is the best Mezco 6-inch action figure to date. And it's possibly even the best 6-inch action figure I've ever purchased. So I mean, just to get a kind of closer look, if you were to have a look at the, I mean, you see, it just looks like Ben Affleck. That looks like a real person. It's incredible. And just to show you, it does come with sort of an alternate head. So if I can get it into the camera shot, if you can focus, there we go. So it comes with a kind of serious head. And then, now this was one gripe I would say, when I took out the packaging, I had to bag all his sort of accessories up, his hand accessories and kind of, you know, batarangs and stuff like that, because they fell out the packaging. So I mean, it's definitely, that's one thing to be aware of if you do purchase this figure, that the bits will come out. But I just can't get over how good it is. Honestly, it's, I mean, I put Captain America as my top Mezco figure, but you know, and I love Captain America myself, but this figure's actually, it's actually better. I mean, it just looks incredible. It's just like probably the best 6-inch action figure I've ever bought. And I don't know whatever your feelings are towards Batman v Superman the film. I mean, I like the Batman scene in the warehouse, but apart from that, I wasn't particularly overly impressed with it. But this figure's actually made me like the sort of, you know, this interpretation of Batman. So I can't recommend it highly enough, to be honest with you. I mean, like I sort of mentioned in my top 10 review, if you just to skip on 3 Marvel Legends, you could buy this figure, and it's so worth it. So, as I say, I would say it's the best